Okay, we are live. Let's just double check on our phones that we are, or hey, you know what? Start dropping those emojis so we know we are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our first episode of our show series called The Perfect Pyramid. And we're very excited that you are here. And we are
seen it yet. Where is it? Is it coming up?
Should be. Let's see. Let's double check. Let me make sure that we are live. There we are.
There we are.
Okay, cool. It's always good to check, right? So we are fired up with this episode. Charles and I have been thinking of ways we can bring value to you and a way that we can help all of us network marketers, to elevate the profession, to elevate the reputation of this industry.
And with such a wide, a diverse group of network marketers too, different companies, different industries, different services, products, different verticals, different levels, different ranks, different, time, maybe some of you guys been in network marketing for 2 weeks or 2 months. Other you folks been in for 2 years. Right, maybe 10 years. Some of you guys winning, making big money already. Some of you, just getting your start or wanting to or looking for the magic ingredient. So, there's all kinds of different ranges. And so that's our task is to find some incredible value to bring to you that's going to appeal to everyone and give value to everyone, even with such a wide and diverse, range and group of people.
Yeah, absolutely. So we thank you for jumping on and following our show here from whatever company you're in, however long you've been in network marketing, whatever your experiences have been, you are really in the right place, because what we're about to, start sharing and unraveling in this series is just going to be mind-boggling.
So some of you guys don't tell, heck, Charles, how come it looks like there's light coming from behind your ears? Are you holy? No, it's not. But I do have these piercings in me, just so you guys know, so you guys see it's not crazy. Well, I was pretty crazy when I got these piercings. It was back in college. It was a long time ago. And people always ask, did it hurt? Yes. Yeah, it did. It was a long time ago. It doesn't hurt anymore. So now I just look like Swiss cheese. But anyway, what can tell you more about it? It's crazy that my ears whistle when I ride a bike really fast. When I used to do a lot of cycling and triathlon, Ironman. And riding when I'm descending downhill really fast, it actually whistles like blowing in a Coke bottle. It's crazy. Anyway, so I just wanted to mention that because some of you guys are always like, what's going on there?
Yes, so. He's the holy light of network marketing is shining through his eyes, through his ears. So you better open your eyes and let's open our ears. So let's go. Hey, if you are, there we are. We've got Priscilla. Thank you for joining us. Hey, as you're coming in, drop where you're.
What's up?
Yeah, drop where you're tuning in from. We'd love to hear where you're tuning in from. We've got our group pretty much, growing here with people international. We've
Facebook user. We need you to go ahead and click the link and approve of StreamYard so that we can know who you are there. Yeah.
So our team, the team here in the citizens, the city is growing internationally already. We've got someone just joined the group yesterday from London. We have New Zealand in the house. We have
Casa Grande in the house.
We have Casa Grande in the house. Priscilla. Yes. So as you're jumping in, also make sure that you've given StreamYard access so that we can see who you are. And as you drop in the comments, we will be able to see your name. Otherwise, we just see an anonymous Facebook user. So just go ahead. In this video above, there is a link, and you can just go ahead and give StreamYard access so we can see you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got Ken's
Lakers, Gene.
All right, fantastic. We have a private message from Stan Waterloo. I don't know why it's showing as private chat on my end.
Canada Stan, welcome.
But we've got Canada in the house too. Thank you, sir, for jumping in. So let me. Who's ready and excited to learn how you can save a friend from potentially joining a pyramid scheme,
Oh
or
my gosh.
how you can save a friend or even a downline from joining a company, leaving you and joining a company that's inferior, that you feel that it's inferior to yours, right? I mean,
isn't that the worst, right? Like that little emoji with the guy like slapping his forehead. Some people, they join some companies and you're just like, oh no, you didn't join that one. You're like, oh no, oh man, right? Don't you feel that way sometimes? Like, have you ever felt that way? I don't know. I have before. I've had people, it's happened,
Yeah, or like, have you had a friend, that you've been trying to recruit for a while, and they keep saying no, but then out of the woodworks, they jump, come to you, and you're like, hey, join my team. I just started this company, and you're like, oh no. Yeah. I don't know if it hasn't happened to you yet. Trust me, it will.
Or maybe someone was like on your chicken list, and you didn't approach them. Right? You didn't talk to them, and then they, a few months into your business or years, and then they come to you, approach you with something, and you're like, oh, they actually they might have joined me in network marketing, but I never approached them, and now they're in this other thing, and they're trying to, and you're like, no, not that one.
Oh, no. Yes. Yeah. So, or maybe you've had, have you ever had your downline leave your team, your downline, and leave your team and go and join another company, and if this hasn't happened yet, it will, and we want to make sure we help you prevent that. And that's what this whole, not only episode is about, but this entire series, in the various ways we will address what we're going to unravel to you, will help you have those tools and what you need to know in order to prevent such things of happening. But I mean, if you're excited, is anyone here with me? If you're excited, definitely drop me the emojis. Like I've said this before, Charles and I, we're really used to being in front of hundreds, thousands of people on stage in live events and in person. And so, and I feed off people's energy.
The bigger the audience, the better. It's easier,
And I'm very much an empath, so I feed off of your energy. So because I can't see you, your emojis and your participation here in the comments will fuel me up so that I can deliver my best to you. So don't be, keep the emojis coming as we go through. And if you feel that something is sticking out, repeat it, share it with us. We want to highlight you here and share what your input is, insight, or questions as we move along. So here's another one. Have you, maybe you're fired up, you just started your network marketing company, or you're revamping, your business, and you're fired up prospecting again, and you're prospecting heavy, and something common is coming up all the time in your conversations with prospects, more often than not is coming up the question of the company names are coming up in your conversation with your prospects. They're like, oh, is this like this? Or, oh, I've been in those things, and I've been in that company before. And so you're speaking to a prospect perhaps that has been jaded before, or has had a negative, bad taste left in their mouth, and other company names are coming up in your conversation, and you just feel that you don't have the kind of that expert opinion, or you feel like you don't have that in-depth knowledge to kind of handle or gear that conversation in a productive way to help that person, that prospect or friend or downline, to get them out of that type of thinking. I mean, again, if this hasn't happened to you, it will happen. And that's this whole show and episode and series is all about, is to equip you with these types of with what you need. And I'm going to share with you what that is in a little bit, with what you need to save a friend or prevent such a disastrous outcome. Okay.
That's the worst, when someone's like, oh, I've been in one of those things, and you're like, don't really know what to say to that. And I've been there. I know what that's been like. I was there at one point. I remember.
Yeah,
like,
Joyce.
Oh, what do I say to that?
Right. And Joyce is saying she's excited. She's stoked. All right, fantastic. We're excited, Joyce. Thank you for jumping on. And check this out. Are you maybe, just maybe, holding back altogether from prospecting because you feel you don't have the industry knowledge, because you feel like you don't have the knowledge on how to handle prospects, because you feel you don't have the confidence or the inside perspective of even your own company? You barely know about your own company. Like, you don't feel confident and comfortable enough. It's in something in you is just holding you back, right? If that's you, again, this episode is for you. So if you're fired up, show me those fire emojis.
I know there's a lot of people that I've worked with me in the past, and they didn't want to prospect people until they were an expert. They didn't want to talk to their folks until they knew everything. They wanted to, become an expert first, so they could feel confident about what they're talking about. And so, I mean, I know what that's like, wanting to know what you're talking about,
Sure. And absolutely. So there is that. I'll be touching on that in a little bit too. And there is the balance between, like, you can't become an expert if you're not doing it.
Yeah.
You can't become an expert if you're just reading about it or listening about it. You got to go do it.
It's hard to be an expert in bicycle riding before you've ridden a bike. Reading it in a book, it's one of those things, you got to do it.
Right.
You learn it by doing it. Actually, we should post that video where you were riding a bike for the first time.
I don't know if I want to share that.
A couple years ago, just recently, she rode a bike for the first time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's watched it her whole life, but we got on and started riding. Just learn how to do it. You got to do it.
I grew up in a country where it wasn't very supportive for girls to ride bikes, but we don't want to talk about that right now. But yes, it's an exact, we can talk about it some other time. Absolutely. But maybe let's bring it back to, to this question. Actually, I was thinking, did you know that the average person changes companies about 4 times? Did you know that? Like, an average person would change their network marketing company 4 times.
Yeah.
How many of you, how many of you is you're right now in your first company?
There are most people that make it big, they finally make it in network marketing. It's not their first company that they joined. Most people, they go through a process.
How many of you is you're in your second company or third or fourth? Drop those. It will really help us and it will help you. We want to share that with us. And so, keep the comments coming. And it's just so interesting. The first time I heard that, how, an average person might change a company 4 times, I was like, wow, I thought you just start a company and you stick with it and you never go anywhere else and you're like this. And
but it's not crazy. It's not crazy. How many of you guys are here are, working at the first job you ever got? You know what I mean? Like, my first job was a camp counselor. I was in college, and it was like a summer job, camp counselor. But that wasn't my future career forever job. It was like, that was great for that time in my life, and that's okay. We go through a process, and we learn, and we grow, and we want different things as we get older. And so, it's not crazy. Most people have. I think the average college graduate, I heard, has 8 different careers, not jobs. I mean, careers, like fields. Different fields, you know what I mean? Different careers. So that's normal. You know what I mean? 4th, 3rd. Yeah. That's normal. That's okay. That's great.
If you haven't given StreamYard access already, we just see you as Facebook user. So someone said they've been in 3 companies thus far, and we just don't know. We just can't see your face or your name. So go ahead and give StreamYard access. But yeah, Priscilla says 4. This Facebook user says 3. And by the way, if you're watching the replay, drop a hashtag replay and definitely drop in which is this company that you're in right now. Is it your 3rd, 4th, 5th, 10th, 1st, whatever that is.
We were talking to a guy the other week. He said he's been in 21 companies. Do you remember?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You know what I mean? He likes to join. He says yes to opportunity.
Right.
Awesome. You know what I mean? Okay. That's awesome. He found 21 opportunities that
he wanted to take.
Got him excited. That's great. You know what I mean?
Throughout his lifespan.
Yeah.
I mean,
he wasn't a young man. He was a little bit middle-aged. He was like,
Right.
But that's cool. That's awesome. He's not giving up on the dream. He's looking for his magic.
Yeah.
Magic company.
So I want to share with you, how you can save a friend or a downline from potentially joining a pyramid scheme or a company that you feel it's inferior to yours. But before we jump into it, Well, we are jumping into it
We're
right
jumping
now.
into it.
Let's jump into it, Charles. Why don't you share a little bit your story?
Yeah, sure. So
First.
like my first interaction with network marketing, I was a kid, and my niñera, my babysitter, she was in Mary Kay, and I didn't know what it was. I just recall it now. I don't even remember back then like noticing it, except that I do remember my mom bought some makeup from my.
We just had someone join the group from Mary Kay, by the
Awesome,
way. I
yeah.
don't know if she's watching. But
yeah, so like great products. They've helped tons of women become millionaires. I mean, it created massive success, really pioneered the industry. Mary Kay Ash, an incredible story, right? And anyway, so I remember my babysitter as a kid. She was like part of the family, and my mom bought makeup from her once in a while. I don't remember what products they were or whatever, but there was a couple products that when my mom ran out, Frances supplied them, and that's where she got them. My mom wasn't. She had different products, some L'Oreal, Maybelline, whatever, but there was a couple of things my mom always used from Frances. And I don't even know if Frances knew she was in a network marketing company.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know that she knew that it was a multi-level marketing company. I don't know if she ever even knew that term. I don't know that she ever knew that she could build a team, that she could recruit, that she could create leverage, that she could earn a leveraged income through leveraging the compensation plan. I just think she made a little bit of extra money selling some products.
Right.
And that's all it was to her. And I was a kid. I didn't know any different. I didn't know anything. I just thought that's cool. Frances has a little side thing. She makes a little bit of money selling some makeups. It never made like a major impact on me. I wasn't like 8 years old thinking, no, I should start my own business like Frances. That never occurred to me. You know what I mean? But I do remember when I was in college, that's when I got started in network marketing for the first time. And at first, I got some notes here. At first, the first company that was introduced to me was a nutrition company, which was awesome because I was working at a GNC nutrition center, right? Selling vitamins and nutrition products at the GNC. And so I was introduced, and the idea was like that it was approached to me that I could have my own nutrition company. It would be my own business, unlimited earning income potential, right? Earn residual income, have tax advantages. I was like, this sounds awesome. You know what I mean? Like, this is great. And I remembered, like once I got it, once it was presented to me, it was like, like that's kind of like what Frances was doing, but she was selling makeups and she had her own business, but it's not her business, but it's her business. And like, this is vitamins, and it's not my company, but it's like my own business within the company. So I have my own business, but it's not my own business, but it is my own business. And so like that, I was like an intrapreneur. I learned that word for the first time, not an entrepreneur, but like an intrapreneur, where you're your own company within a larger company. And so that idea got me really excited. And that was my entrance into network marketing. And then, and that's all I really thought. I didn't know anything else outside of nutrition and makeup. And I knew that those were two different products that they had this network marketing business model with, right? And then I remembered, man, I was just struggling. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have uplines, mentors teaching me what to do. They were still figuring it out themselves. And we were just really, we were just kind of grasping. We were just trying all these strategies. We had a new strategy every week. And any idea we had, we were like, well, try this. This will be great. We're going to get rich. This is going to be the best. And we go try, new strategies. And I remember at one point it was like, okay, I'm just going to go to coffee shops, and this is 2006. Coffee shops and laundromats and anywhere with like a cork board. I lived in a college town. It was a college campus area by San Diego State, in El Cajon, and so it was like lots of like little restaurants and stuff that had cork boards, and I would just pull business cards off of cork boards and call people. And I didn't have a script. I didn't know what I was saying. I just was like going all out. You know what I mean? And I remembered one business card I got was for a travel company called YTB, your travel biz. And I don't know if they're still around anymore, but it was pretty hot back then. And I called this person, and I found out that there was a network marketing travel company. And I was like, that's crazy. I had no idea. So there's makeups and there's nutrition, and they do travel with network marketing too. That's crazy. It was like, wow, like this is bigger than I thought. Network marketing. Like I elevated my game in network marketing that day, just knowing that like this was a bigger thing than I thought it was. Right. And so that was like travel, and that makes sense. And I didn't think much more of it beyond that. I'm excited about my company. I'm doing it. And then so I was 4 months in until I was introduced to the man who actually became my mentor for the next 9 years, and who's in a different company. And I was approached by that company, and he was in a telecom company. So I moved from nutrition into service-based industry and telecom. And at first, when I heard the idea, when I was peaked, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Telecom, like, how do you do telecom with network marketing? And until I actually saw the presentation, like, it didn't make sense. But once I saw the presentation, I was like, wow, this is crazy. Like, you can, and that's when I really, I elevated myself a whole nother level. Was like, I realized, like, you can do pretty much anything with network marketing, referral-based compensation, like any product, any service, any type of a thing could ultimately be sold through a referral-based network marketing, relationship marketing model, basically just a no advertising, person-to-person,
right,
direct sales model, right? And so that was like a real wide eye-opener. And then, like, over the next 9 years, that's when I realized I started to become successful, and I made my first 6 figures, and started to see lots of different people and lots of different companies, and learning, getting a real kind of a broader perspective on the industry as a whole, and so many different products and verticals and different companies and these different things. So that was a real big thing. And I think as we mature in the industry as professionals, and we're gathering
as you marinate.
Yeah, you marinate, and you gather information, and you get a deeper understanding, a depth of knowledge and understanding in the industry of what this is that we're a part of. You learn that there's differences between these different companies and different verticals, and different business models within the industry. Different compensation plans are structured things differently, right? Like,
which also different compensation plans are structured differently, and we're not going to go into that today, but
right.
It is one of the episodes we'll go dive into deeper. But the compensation plan of a company drives the behavior and the culture of that company, and there's so many other elements too. But yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so like, if a compensation plan is a unilevel, single level compensation plan, then it's not a multi-level marketing company. That would be considered an affiliate program, right? And you sponsor people or sign people up, and if those people bring in or sponsor and do the same thing, you don't make money on that. Just single level, unilevel, right? And most affiliate programs, they're more like post a link on a website, drive traffic to it, and sign up 1,000 people for the whatever service or product it is, and you're making lots of little tiny commissions, and those are mostly affiliate. But some companies now are kind of like hybrid, like, they pay through 3 levels or 7 or 8 levels in an affiliate program. So it's not technically multi-level, because I think most people would consider multi-level marketing an infinity level compensation program, right? So if there's a compensation plan that's infinity levels, where there's any aspect of the compensation plan that allows you to get paid through infinite generations of referrals, that's, I think, what most people would consider multi-level marketing, right? But something, even an affiliate program, could be considered network marketing if you're not advertising and the company's generating its revenue through people referring it, people, through direct sales. And so, but network marketing kind of as the general overall kind of umbrella for these types of business models, where they're not using Wall Street and advertisements, they're using person to person, relationship marketing,
referral
cooperative marketing,
social marketing are all synonyms of network marketing that can be used.
Where people are the distributors, they're the direct sellers, and people are promoting it, and it's different than the traditional business model.
Traditional businesses nowadays also do use referral marketing. I mean, local businesses, all of that is based on referral marketing. They're all naturally being network marketers without,
refer someone to your apartment complex and get $400 off your rent. You know what I mean? It's just hard to make that a professional business, because how many people can you refer to your apartment complex without running out and like, you fill up the apartments and that's it. So, right. But a lot of companies are saying, hey, look, like, we've got this product or this service, and we want to bring it to the market.
Yeah.
And we can structure a rewards plan or an incentive program to refer it. And lots of various different ways. But whether it's network marketing, referral, it's an overall referral based marketing, and whether it's multi-level marketing or affiliate or whatever. And as you gather, stories, and you meet people who are participating in these other companies, in these other plans, you're going to learn what you like. You'll meet someone in another company doing something similar to what you do, but maybe in a totally different way. And you're like, oh, I wouldn't want to do it that way. You know what I mean? That wouldn't be good for me. But other people, that's exactly how they want to do it. Some people don't do any of it online. Other people do it all online. Some people just focus their company or their product and their compensation plan gears way more towards selling the products. Other ones way more towards building the teams, and so there's so many different ways of doing it. Yes. That it shows up in the marketplace in so many different ways, in companies and verticals and products and
structures,
systems.
Absolutely.
Processes. It's the process that can be so different. And I think what we're going to be talking about in this series is less as much about like what makes a company legal versus illegal, more so about like what makes a company good versus bad versus great.
Because we're assuming that you are in a legal company.
We're assuming you're in a legal company, I mean? But it's like, hey, so we use the word pyramid, like the perfect pyramid, like lightly, you know what I mean? Joking around, we're all in network marketing. People call it pyramids. I think corporate America is a pyramid, but you know what I mean? But we're going to be talking about the things that make companies great. And, and that can be different for different people that have different personalities and different motivations and different goals, right? Different goals, different companies, different motivations, and different ways of doing it.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So who's ready for the big reveal? How you can prevent. I think Charles was skirting all over. It's like how to prevent a friend or a downline from straying. Like, are you guys excited? Are you ready for the reveal? Yes? Good. Because look, the answer is so simple. It's actually right. You're staring at it and it's right in front of you to own it. And Charles has been skirting all around it. And here it is. I'm going to lay it out for you.
Let's hear it.
Knowledge.
That's it.
Knowledge of the industry, guys. Knowledge is potential power. Napoleon Hill says knowledge is potential power. But here
potential power.
Potential. Because let me share with you this. Knowledge is potential power because knowledge, if you don't know how to access it and you don't know how to leverage it, it's as useless as not knowing it.
Knowing it, not knowing it, same result. Same result.
But knowledge is potential power if you know how to access it.
Take advantage of it.
And leverage it, take advantage of it in order to save a friend or a downline from making a disastrous decision or a decision that they would regret down the line. So
I've had reps be lied to about other deals, a bright, shiny object, things are going to be so much better. The grass is greener on the other side. And they leave a great opportunity to go to some opportunity. They find out they were lied to later on, but they've already kind of hurt their credibility and they got sucked into some bad deal that maybe it wasn't bad for certain people in it, but for that person, it wasn't the right thing for them. They got misled into something that wasn't right for them.
Knowledge is potential power.
Yeah.
Darlene is on fire. Yes, exactly. It is potential power, but so accessing it and learning how to leverage it is the key. That's where the potential of that power is unlocked, right? So look, think about it this way. You can't help a friend when you don't know what you don't know. You can't help a friend when you don't know what you don't know. And you can't help a friend or a downline when you don't know what you need to know.
Right.
Right. So of course we can't save the people who don't want to be saved. That's a whole different story. Right. But if you don't know what you don't know and you don't know what you need to know, you can't save a friend for sure. So that's why we're here, guys, to help you in your journey of acquiring the knowledge that you need and the knowledge that you can access and how to access it, when to access it, and how to leverage it in order to be able to save a friend or a downline from making a disastrous decision. So expanding your knowledge of the industry, you're expanding your understanding of the industry, diving deep and increasing your professionalism. so that you can have the confidence to go out there and prospect. So you can have the knowledge and the confidence to be the leader for your team, that the team that needs you to be the leader. Look, you're not born a leader, you become a leader, guys and ladies, right? So expanding your understanding in the industry, marinating in the industry,
being around people that are speaking the same language, but maybe at a little bit of a higher level, and getting more perspective.
Yeah, gathering different perspectives, absolutely. So marinating yourself, it's going to help you, lift that confidence up.
Raise the lid.
Raise your leadership lid so that you can save someone a downline. It will help you create that retention in your team. If you're a team builder, it's going to help you increase the loyalty of your customer base and also your rep base. As you elevate your knowledge and professionalism, your business is automatically going to also grow with you, right?
I think most people, they focus on like wanting to make money, wanting to hit a rank, wanting to, but they're not focused on becoming a professional.
So here's something that I want to share with you, and I think I'll wrap it up with that for me right now. So it's so funny, guys. We just have such a reduced experience or understanding of the network marketing industry altogether. We just think of it as, if I were to ask you, let me ask you, or if you want to share, you don't have to share, but if you share, that would be great. Like, what if you had to maybe use 4 words, 2 words, or a sentence of what is network marketing? Like, what is the thing like about network marketing? Like, what is that industry? What do network marketers do? What do network marketers do? If there's like 1 word or 2 action verbs you can write in, what would that be? Which is actually going to be correct, by the way, but I want to expand on it and kind of flesh it out. So
people might they're going to put some stuff in.
So if you're thinking with some words or whatever, a lot of us, and I think you would agree, network marketing is about what? Recruiting people, right? Or acquiring customers, right? Selling products, selling your service, selling, or recruiting. And those 2 things are absolutely correct. But here's the thing that I want you to complete mind shift today, and kind of like move out and have like a bird's eye perspective on. Here it is, guys. Think about it this way. When we talk about a surgeon, what does a surgeon do? Oh, a surgeon just opens bodies up and
they cut people
and stitch them up. Cut people and stitch them up. Cut people and stitch. Is that true?
Cut people.
They cut people and stitch them up. That's what surgeons do. Just like network marketers recruit and sell. But do you
Obviously
think,
not.
Obviously, if you just, let's pause a minute. Do you think a surgeon, all he does is cut people and stitch them up? I mean, what was the process that took that surgeon to get to the point where she is?
From injuring people, cutting them up and stitching them up, to saving people.
Right.
And cutting them in.
So what was that entire process that a surgeon went through in order to become that surgeon that cuts and stitches people up successfully, right? Whole years tons of years of experience, right? Of doing it, of learning it theoretically, and then also doing it simultaneously, right? My brother is a physician. Yeah. He didn't just was born a physician, right? He became a physician through years of going to medical school, pre-med, med school, and whatnot, right? So it's the same thing. If you just shift your mindset about this industry, that it's more than just recruiting people and selling your products, and start thinking about what do I need in order to have that result? Mm-hmm. What are the things that I need in place in order so that I can get those results successfully? Is when you understand that, you're going to have your mindset, your brain is just going to be like, whoa, that's it. That's a missing.
But you can imagine, like, would you want the surgeon who went to a 3-day seminar?
to
No, you want the surgeon that spent
or
10 years in residency and
right.
Medical school, surgeon school, resident, like training, practice, training, active. They've been doing it.
Right?
Like,
would you rather give your body to a surgeon to surgically operate on your body who just did a 30-day challenge on learning how to become a surgeon? Come on, right?
No, it just doesn't happen that quick. It takes knowledge and experience and learning to really become a professional, and that's why surgeons make big money. And network marketers typically, especially at the bigger levels, make way bigger money than surgeons. Can you imagine? Like, there's people there's someone I know right now making $2 million a week in network marketing. I don't know any surgeons making $2 million a week, but that's like, you can make big money in network marketing, way more than being a surgeon. And it doesn't take 15 years. It doesn't even take 10 years. It doesn't really even take 5 years. You can do it faster, but it takes more than 2 weeks or 6 weeks or 6 months. It takes it. And hey, but if you condense it down, and the more aggressive you are, the more serious you are, the more you invest into your training, into knowledge, the more you invest, into your elevating your game as a professional, the more courses, the more books, the more coaching, the more mentorship, the more you pour into yourself, the faster that you're going to shorten the learning curve, for sure.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, and I agree 100% with that. So guys and ladies and gentlemen, so knowledge is going to help you, especially when that knowledge is coming from an expert opinion place, right? From someone who's been through it, who's have gone already through the trials and the errors and the wins and the falls. Yeah. Someone who's, has taken arrows on their back. If it's coming from, especially when it's coming from someone who's already experienced in the industry and has had massive success, it's completely
like someone can't give you something they don't have.
Like a surgeon can't learn becoming a surgeon from a non-surgeon.
From someone who's never done surgery. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people in network marketing that are like, I'll teach you how to make 7 figures, but they've never made 7 figures doing what they're saying they're going to teach.
I see those all the time. So, and I go like, all right. So,
but we want to help you become a professional. We want to help you show up. We want to help you be able to show up to that conversation at the table with that knowledge, posture, with the confidence. Yeah. The power of knowledge, right?
So that you can own that conversation and become the influencer that you want to be and want to become in order to get the result that you're looking for, recruiting, selling.
Both. You can steer the conversation to where you want the conversation to go with strategic verbiage and understanding and psychology, thought process. So the perfect pyramid, that's this series. You know what I mean? It's not, like I said, it's less about, there's not a perfect company because there's different people, different personalities, different goals. But there are things that make up the ingredients to good companies and great companies and companies that most of us would agree that like that's not something that we would want to be a part of, right?
Right, absolutely. So knowledge, ladies and gentlemen, recap. I think it is gonna. Cultivating that knowledge, marinating yourself with the knowledge, with the series, the episodes in this series is really going to help you elevate your level of professionalism, push your confidence to a whole nother level so that when you're having conversations, whether it's with prospects, whether it's with downlines, whether it's with a friend, you have that posture and have that confidence because you really know what you're talking about.
So you can own the conversation.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and Charles?
That's it. I mean, what we're going to be going through with this series, and hopefully you got some value out of today, but we're going to be talking at a high level and giving you tips and giving you, little golden nuggets you're going to get. And over the entire series, you're going to have such a deeper perspective and knowledge of the industry. You'll literally come out of this, with with just a whole nother level of professionalism.
Yeah, and here I do want to make you. I do want to put forth a special offer. Actually, Charles and I discussed it literally before we jumped on, and we want to put it out there for you to take advantage of if you want to. And if you have a team that's coming to you with questions about other companies, if you're noticing that your team started, it's growing and your team member is always coming saying, hey, I'm prospecting this person and they keep bringing, they're in this company. It turns out they're in that company. What do I say? How do I gear the conversation? And they're coming to your help.
This person's an affiliate marketer, or this person's an online marketer, and
or maybe if you're prospecting yourself and with your prospects, other company names are coming up and you're not sure how to gear the conversation so that it's productive for you, and also have that, and you want to have that knowledge and confidence to gear the conversation productively. And you want to become an influencer in that sense, with that conversation that you're having, so that you can prevent your downline from getting lured. Literally, there are dream stealers. Guys, this happens all the time. We call them dream stealers. They come and snatch your team members from
seeds.
You. They plant seeds of doubt. They de-edify you in some very backhanded way. It happens. I've seen it 100,000 times. So we want to help you become that leader that you need to become, so that you can prevent these types of things as you help cultivate and nurture your own team also. So whether your team is coming up with questions about other companies, or you're coming up in your conversations, other company names are coming up while you're prospecting, and you're not sure how to navigate these types of conversations, whether it's you with your prospect or with your downline, to bring them up and help them and equip them. Charles and I want to put this out there for you. We're offering a 30-minute strategy session that we can jump on. And you can choose either one of us. Some of you might like me, some of you might like Charles more, and we're okay with that because we complete each other. We actually think we have the same mission, same philosophy, same strategies when it comes to network marketing.
We're at the same level. So, but I think that there's a lot of folks that, hey, they just have some quick questions, or they want a quick strategy session, and they don't want to pay like what we have, outside of our normal coaching and mentorship programs that we have, where we're charging around $720 an hour or so, and you can check it out on our website. But we wanted to offer something that was just a little shorter, a little quicker, something that we could get in, help you out, get you what you needed, and for an hour, for 30 minutes, and 30 minutes, $100, we get in, we'll help you out, answer your questions, help you take you to that next level. And just a quick strategy session.
Yeah, absolutely. So for $100, it will help you. We can help you gear those conversations, give you some great tips that you can utilize and put into action right out of the gate, right? Yeah. Whether it's with you and apply them on with yourself in your conversations with prospects, or with your team as you help them equip them. So we'd love to make that offer for you. I was like, should we do this? Should we not do this? But I think we want to connect
with you. We want to give you that opportunity, and if you want to be a professional, you want to take things to another level, right? And you want to study, and you want to practice, and you want to do it, and you just have some things that you feel like you can't get answers for within your current, network or community or upline or whatever. And we can be that for you, and you don't have to purchase a whole entire coaching package.
So we wanted to do something special for you guys, for this group, for already saying yes to your business just by the virtue that you are here, whether you're watching the replay, just by the virtue that you are here, wanting to take your business next level. I mean, imagine how you're going to feel when you can gear the conversation in the way you need to gear it, right, with your prospect to help them expand their perspective. Imagine how you're going to feel when you're feeling so confident, and when you have that knowledge, how confident you're going to feel when you're sharing and helping your teammates, your
when you can help them see things the way you see things, and it's their decision and they're excited, and it's not you selling them on it. They're selling themselves. They're mixing up their own Kool-Aid. They're getting excited because you're able to lead them to where they're getting excited about the same thing that you're excited about, and they're not getting lured, or they're not getting, their dreams squashed by dream stealers. They know the truth, and they're able to sort out the differences and what those factors are between the different things and these other things they're hearing about that maybe sound like a better thing, but in reality, you know that what you have is better.
I mean, ultimately, it boils down to wouldn't you feel great? I mean, wouldn't it be great if you can save someone from making a bad decision that they will regret for the rest of their lives? Just for that, wouldn't it be great?
Not just wasting the money, but then they go promoting it, and it's like, hey, their reputation and all this, so.
Yeah. So wouldn't it be great? How amazing it would be if you can help someone, save their reputation, and potentially even saving potentially yourself from, if the average person changes companies for 4 times, it means that if you do end up, maybe things happen, things change. Maybe the company you're in one day won't be your dream company forever, and that can happen.
I didn't want to entertain that thought for years. For years and years, I wouldn't even entertain the thought, but it happened. I'm not in the first company I started in.
We don't want you to start with that intention to entertain that.
Right.
That's not what we want to deliver today or at all. So, but if things change for you and you arrive to that decision where you feel that something is not right in the current company, and you'll be equipped to make a better decision, a stronger decision that you are excited about, and because you've been marinating with this knowledge that you've been receiving. So, guys, if you want us to book a strategy session, here's how that goes. It's very simple. You can PM me or Charles personally, and we'll send you the link to our calendar where you can book the 30-minute at a time that, from our available times, the time that works for you. I will make that link also available here in the comments, and I will add it here in this video at the top too. But definitely reach out to us, PM either one of us. And we're very excited for your journey, for saying yes to yourself, and wanting to take your industry knowledge from wherever it is to that next second.
And we'll see you next week.
Next level, yeah.
And we'll see you next week. We're going to continue the story. We're going to continue the show.
Yeah.
And we'll have more tips, more strategies. We're going to dive deeper into what makes these companies, good and different and bad, and things to look out for, and things to watch out for, and things that are typical, and things. So we're going to start diving into that. I think that you're going to have to take a poll.
Yes. So this is another thing we discussed real quick. So I think we want to try Wednesday again, but we weren't sure. We wanted to kind of feel you out, ladies and gentlemen, see if you like 4, 5, 6, or 7. I might put maybe 3 times. Mornings might be tough for us personally. But
we'll take a poll.
But we'll take a poll for evening times, and whichever time
the most likes, then we'll.
That's the day. That's going to be the winning day for the show.
Yep, for the best time. So we'll try to coordinate it as best we can to help you guys be available.
All right, guys.
Cool.
So, we're very excited, and we'll see you not
next
just
week.
at the top, but over
the top.
Bye-bye.
Bye.